Hey, welcome back. Today we will talk once again about skills and how to add them to OpenClaw. Remember last time we talked about the Paprika skill, which worked more or less out of the box, and this time will be more with focus on skill development and enhancement of existing skills. So let's look into the second skill, which is access to Google Keep to add grocery items to our note within Google Keep. And I thought that I had already found something in ClawHub, which is gkeep. But it turned out that this skill does not really work. It had several problems. Authorization was not working. And that whole part I had to implement first. I created another script because you need a token JSON file that is now also part of the package. I also fixed some minor issues and added the functionality in the skill MD to also add items that was not provided in this first version. And after all that, I decided to create a completely new skill from that because there is no way of contributing directly to existing skills within ClawHub. So I took the detour and created something on my own on GitHub, and I have not yet published it in ClawHub because your GitHub account needs to be at least 14 days old, and that's not the case, not yet. So I will publish it later. But for the moment, I will show you how you can also install my skill and maybe others from GitHub in case they are not yet published on ClawHub. And we're going back to the shell in order to do that. First, we need to clone my GitHub repository into a skills directory. Okay, that has worked. And then we need a sudo apt install Python pip. That's the package manager of Python. We'll install a virtual environment. And in a second step, we need to activate it. And by the way, I will put a link into the description where you find all these commands here and also the link to my GitHub in case you want to install the gkeep node skill yourself before it's published on ClawHub. After installing the virtual environment, we will set it up for the skill in the skill directory. And then we'll activate it. And you can now see in the prompt that you have a prefix, and that shows you that the activation of the virtual environment was successful. And last step, pip install requirements. Okay, I'm in the wrong directory. And let's do a gateway restart. And then let's check again if it appears a list of skills. And that looks good. So now that the skill is active, just like for the Paprika skill, we can go into the chat. We can say, add me an item, test milk, 1 liter to my Google Keep node shopping list. If OpenClaw doesn't do that right away, just like for Paprika, keep pushing and insisting. It should then learn how to do that, and don't forget to update your memory.md file. Okay, it says done, edit, test, make 1 liter, and there it is. So just a brief summary of how to implement skills. We are starting on ClawHub and we look under skills if there is something we can already use. If not, then GitHub is our place to go. We can either start with an empty repo that we create ourselves, or we can clone one from OpenClaw/skills. Don't fork OpenClaw.skills because they don't accept pull requests, so it will not be published back into the open source project. They really expect you to deliver via ClawHub, and that means you go into the import menu and then you just put your GitHub repository, you say detect, and then you can publish it. And like I said, the prerequisite here is that your account is at least 14 days old. In the next video, we will connect these two skills, the Paprika skill to read the recipes, and then the Google Keep skill to store the final grocery list. And I will also give you a demo of the final process.